Good evening, Free Enterprise, and welcome back to the Monday Night Community Race. I am Bad Karma. I'm joined in the booth by Alicel. We have the wonderful Scala Kitty doing restreaming in our tracker Warlink. Alicel, how you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic and glad to be back on the mic. How are you?
I am doing great. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done. I was on commentary a little bit ago, but here we are, community race, and we've got four runners in front of us. We've got us, Stone Dingley, Y2 Sky, Harumph, PK4787, all running the three towers. And look, we've got a Foo.
Foo, who was Sir very rarely appearing in the tournament, has decided to grace us with his lunar presence tonight. And we've got some objectives.
Yep, three standard objectives going with the theme of the three towers. We have the Tower of Zot. We have destroyed the super cannon, which needs the tower key. And we've got to conquer the crystal sword altar up on the moon, which, it's a pretty high point. I count that as a tower.
So would Tella be Gandalf the Grey and Foo be, wow, just completely blanked on what's his name?
Oh, I totally missed it too. Like I had it and then...
Thank you, Saruman.
Yes, sorry. Sorry, I have a lot of background noise I'm trying to clear up as well, but we've got these four runners we've got a very interesting flag set. I believe it's the Restream leads who put this together. So we've got S Cabins is the highlight of this. So not going to see a lot of shopping, probably going to see one shop and done for our runners. We're going to be probably seeing a lot of looting though.
Absolutely. I do believe this was made up by Neobari, one of our newest Restream leads. Just kind of put this together and was like, here, have flag set. And we're like, great. But S Cabins, the work glitch is on. We do have the spoon. So if we find an Edward, yay, I guess. If we find a spoon and an Edward, yay.
Yeah, and on top of that, we do have one of the newer flags for Free Enterprise. We have the Super Smith flag on. If we decide to forge that Legend Sword, we're going to be getting an extra powerful weapon from the Game Boy Advance version instead of that. Just that X-Scow. Just an X-Scow.
And I believe since it's not, is it Sea Hero?
Not Sea Hero, so that'll be a weapon for anyone.
I hope it's a Lightbringer.
Oh, you like giving nice things to people.
I just like big holy swords.
Well, we've got a Black Mate's child who hopes to find an angry dragon at some point to go along with our Foo. Foo, as you know, is going to get stronger with each boss that we kill. It's going to get 3 spells and 100 HP. So probably going to see some early boss fights here as our runners are looking for these key items. They're looking for the Darkness Crystal, the Tower Key, and they are looking for the Earth Crystal, which is, as some people call it, the Party Rock.
I mean, I do love a Party Rock. Yeah, starting with a Crystal Ring, that's great for either that Rydia or that Foo. Probably want to put it on that Rydia, see if you can keep her alive, unless you're like, I'm going to leave her down and then slingshot her.
Yeah, always a popular choice, to have that slingshot. We do have Foo, so once we get weak and get that Darkness Crystal, people are going to be thinking maybe D Machine, maybe some Mac Giant, or they're just thinking, I've got Foo. I don't need to grind. We're just going to go.
And we start off in the Mist Cave with an Asura. I guess if you're going to see her anywhere, you're going to like to see her here.
Yeah, and Y2 Sky was the first of our runners to get that free item from the bedward, giving you a free cabin.
Rude.
Just only a little bit of rude. He wants to make sure that we're comfortable as we're out in the overworld, and he's been in bed for so long, he doesn't know that the shops are just giving him away like Halloween candy.
And speaking of Halloween candy, based on our question that we had in our fake objectives today, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, I'm a sucker for a good Twix, honestly, myself. It's just it's got so many good things going for it.
That is absolutely fair. I love Reese's myself, but they've got to be good. If you get the ones that are kind of old, they're
Oh yeah, absolutely not. We are seeing some immediate divergence, though. We've got Y2 Sky doing some watery pass looting. Just the first room, though, doesn't have exit, so not going too much deeper. PK ran into that CPU up on Mount Hobbs, says, that character's not worth it.
Yeah, Punch Mage early on doesn't give you a whole lot of value.
We got Harumph, meanwhile, is doing some Lunar Staff hits on the Sur, doing the Life Lock. I believe a Stone Dingley and PK both use their Star Veils to get through here, but, Fu, when he starts off, may not have too many heavy hitting spells, so, is just bonking away.
And we did find a Leviathan in Watery Pass. Leviathan, go burr.
Yeah, probably not gonna go see, that's gonna be it's gonna be words are hard. Are you gonna level that radio so that you can use that Leviathan, or are you gonna save that slingshot for later? And so far,
yeah, that's a tough question, especially because her XP curve is so bad that you kind of don't want to have to kill 36 or whatever it is D-machines.
No, absolutely not. Even with the way this flag set looks like, you may not necessarily have to grind, and if you don't have to, a lot of our runners, will try to avoid it. Looks like Harumph may be getting that Leviathan summon, though. Following in the path of Y2 Sky, we got a Stone Dingley, though, just found an Asura summon. That's a really nice pickup as well if we don't find any other white mages. So much looting, though, to keep track of. We got PK looting over here in Fabul. It looks like Y2 Sky may be gearing up for his first boss checks. Harumph is cleaning out Watery Pass, and we got an Antlion check for Stone Dingley.
And today our Antlion is Blarg.
Just a Blarg. It's probably really doable with this setup. Blink and you miss it, that's for sure. This was an instance I want the reward to be the Bahamut summon. Another non-key item.
And I missed it. It looks like PK picked up a party rock from somewhere. Was that from Fabul?
That was from Fabul Defense. That was our first key item that PK found, and Luton, you missed it. He is making sure to get his overworld checks. He wants to have his food strong enough. So PK is notorious for fading Antlion. Faded it for as long as he felt, hey, I need to do this. Get some more spells for Fu. But we've got a couple of checks. It looked like we had Shiva as our summon here on Hobbs. We're about to get a reprise from a Stone Dingley.
I always think that Shiva here on Hobbs is hilarious because it doesn't get rid of the ice and you have to exit and come back in.
Gets me every time. Every time it's like, oh, Shiva, decent summon. Oh, wait, if I want that loot, I've got to leave and come back in. Harumph is gonna take a shot at the CPU. We'll see if he's got the skills going for. Looks like maybe a Grimoire. Yep, gonna roll the Grimoire. Just an Odin.
Was that a casual power shirt there on the front half of Hobbs?
I believe it was. That Yang, if Stone Dingley decides to take him is going to be really happy. And a Blizzard Spear. Wow, looting on Hobbs. Coming up with some good stuff. This is T Wildish, so we are going to see, even with max tier 6, so we're not going to see tier 7, tier 8 items just, hanging out anywhere. But hey, power shirts, I'll take them.
Absolutely. You put that on any of the physical fighters, and that's a nice boost.
Y2 Sky getting the Mist Dragon out of the Grimoire, and because of Fu's HP totals, actually rolled a decent amount.
I think that's more than I've ever seen a Mist Dragon do before.
That's because by the time that Rydia has enough HP to make it really worthwhile, she's got some better summons to use. PK's getting the bad news, just getting another free cabin for his troubles of visiting the sick bard, so gonna be doing some more looting. Could be giving us our first look here at the treasury, first doing the discount treasury.
Now, on T Wildish, is it really that big of a boost to do the treasury?
Oh, I think so. That's a especially with S cabins on. That's gonna be your only source. That's 20 chests just sitting there waiting for you to get some good stuff.
Wait, that treasury.
That. Edge out of 10?
Yeah, I'd definitely say that. Or a Rosa, if we can find her hanging around.
Yeah, a couple Zeus gauntlets, Mursame. There's some good stuff in there. Normally some of that stuff you'd like, I could sell for some money, but we definitely don't need the money here.
Well, and we did see a words. A second power shirt. We did see one of those, so we can have 2 physical fighters go real powerful.
Yeah, and there is so much divergence. PK deciding not to head up Zot just quite yet. Going right back, gonna try and get some more characters, doing some more key item checks as well. Hey, there's an Edward.
Hashtag not the dream.
Until we find that spoon with the spoon flag on, we definitely can have an Eddie that decides to go burr. Oh, that is not the dream though, with an Ogopogo there, as Stone Dingley and PK getting the news that the Nope Noodle is waiting for him in that first spot.
Just a little bit of Canadian content.
And nothing shy about that Sea Dragon either. He's gonna stare at you with that strange grin and say, "Yep, hey, you're gonna have to go through me." Quick thing to note there too is Stone Dingley has Quake already. PK's gonna get Quake after this Ogopogo fight. Stone Dingley had it already, so was able to just do a quick shot.
Well, and then we see another Lunar Dragon up here with Pale Dim. Pale Dim and Quake. There's something about that.
Oh, it's when you use a summon on Pale Dim, he uses Quake back.
I knew there was some connection there, but that Quake doing work and giving us our hook. That is our second key item and our underground access.
Yeah, you really had to earn that hook this time too. Going through 2 lunar bosses to get it, and being rewarded with the Edward and the hook. That's a tough Baron in. Even though our runners will probably have Quake and just get through it pretty easily, but without food, that could have been a pretty dicey Baron in.
Now, I'm curious if our runners will try and push that hook route or go ahead and go up the Tower of Zot.
I think with Quake Fu, Zot is a great play. Get those 2 characters. It looks like Stone Dingley is going to be heading Ordeals. Wants to get that Foo more power. That's 3 bosses that Quake is just going to wipe out really quickly. So I don't hate this either. We find a Cecil, we find a Tella later. Not that we're probably going to take that Tella, but we find a Cecil, he's already going to be a Paladin.
Absolutely. And, you know, you never know what's hiding there on that hook route. Even with Quake, you see something like Turtle or an Odin. You definitely want as much power as you can put into it.
Absolutely. There's a number of rude bosses that can show up where Quake does not make it quite so free. But a Dark Elf here in the Mylon and Friends spot, and PK is going round 2 on this CPU as well.
I appreciate the symmetry between Harumph and a Stone Dingley with really, really pale dragon and slightly less gray dragon.
Yeah, almost. They were almost lined up too. Like, you know, that was just perfectly lined up almost. And but oh, that's rude. Not with Foo.
Yeah, I think Odin's about to have a really bad day.
But, you know, we almost, you know, we had a chance for Zantetsukuns around the world.
You ever been so mad that you just ran around the entire world to hit somebody with a sword?
I haven't, but now I have goals. And that's a rare thing for me, Allie, is to have goals. Who is in the changing closet, though? And will it give us a key item? Because so far, we are 13 minutes into this, and we have 2 key items. Scarlet Kitty, the restreamer, has decided you're gonna earn those keys that you're gonna need.
Oh.
Water Hag, 3 hits, and the runners hoping to not see him this early, but wanting to see him up on the moon. We're going to see him early, though. Get him out of the way. Meanwhile, though, PK is down in the Ebling Cave. We will get a peek at this hook route boss and the character.
And Stone Dingley picked up a rat tail. That could have alternate access to the underground.
Absolutely, and that's going to be really big if PK decides to go ahead and fade that Ordeals and maybe just dives this hook route, thinking, hey, you know, I'm just going to take it and go. May miss out on that. We'll see if Stone Dingley decides. Oh, there's a heroin robe though for PK as well. That's an Artemis bow and heroin robe combo. Might put that on that Rydia.
Let Rydia hit things.
I 100% agree. That's a Dark Knight Cecil, though. Paladin for Stone Dingley.
That is an exciting find. Paladin Cecil with a power shirt. If you even get a light sword or something, that does super lots of work.
That was actually, we have a defense sword from the treasury, so Stone Dingley is going to have a very well-armed paladin when he decides to head down the hook route.
But it looks like Harumph is heading up Ordeals. Finds a Thunderclaw for that Yang. Always a nice pickup.
And did I blink and miss it? That was a Kanatsu, I think, in the hook route, right?
No, it was an octopus.
Octopus. I saw an aquatic creature.
Things swimming in stone that shouldn't be swimming in stone.
Well, to be fair, it'll be in the mechanical floor of the tower. Not as good?
But it looks like our runners are kind of going over some of the same steps that each other have gone, except for Y2 Sky, who has decided to go up that tower.
Yeah, Y2 Sky going with the do your objectives, chasing that Earth Crystal, wants to get the 2 characters that are up there. Just meeting with Karate, gonna be made really short work with this Quake. Meanwhile, we've got PK up on the mountain and Harumph doing the same fight. Stone Dingley also going to towers up.
And I didn't see if Stone Dingley turned in that rat tail or not.
I don't believe he has. I'm not even sure if Stone Dingley has raised the hovercraft yet.
Oh, that's always such an ordeal. You have to talk to a whiny Edward.
Yeah, I mean, and the Stone Dingley already went up one ordeal. He doesn't want to go through a second quite yet. It looks like Harumph is gonna get the lit 2 off on Odin. Not gonna have Odin run around the world to get him. PK will be following quickly behind. Hey, there's a Cecil up in Zot.
You've had first Cecil, yes, but what about second Cecil?
But we do have no dupes on, so only one Cecil. We got rare holy swords and 2 Cecils wanting to swing them, and there's a twin.
That is a Porum, which is a dedicated white mage.
But we got Fu. He's way better white mage than Porum. Allegedly.
I mean, that 190 MP pool really does start to hurt near the end of the seed.
Oh, now we're getting into math.
Hashtag no math?
Definitely hashtag no math. I can barely count on stream, let alone do math. So, but we've got Barrett Guards here at the top who's gating our way out of the Tower of Zot. PK and Harumph dueling water hags.
That's a dragon.
That was definitely a dragon. And those guards were washed away.
And that is our first objective completed. That is objective number 2. Yeah. So 1/3 of the way there. Yay!
All right, just because Asuka is pointing out that everybody's getting ready to Edward, I hope this is the spoon. Then you gotta decide if you're going back to Mysidia to get that Edward.
No, that's just more let Rydia hit things.
PK has a heroin robe, and soon, and probably gonna have a dragon whip here in a little bit. And I don't believe PK has the Leviathan summon that our other runners have, so let Rydia hit things. I'm with you, Allie.
But we see PK outfitting this Paladin Cecil. Gonna find that defense sword. Oh, even a diamond shield.
Yeah, really well loaded. Looks like he's also going to get that power shirt. Young's going to get the black belt. Edward's going to get his rags back. All of our runners just kind of redoing each other's steps. I do want to do a shout out to my co-commentator, Alisale, our restreamer, Scala Kitty, Tracker Warlink, lighting everything up. Hasn't had a whole lot of lighting up to do, but will here shortly. Also, please, if you haven't done so, give our runners a follow. They're putting on a really good race for us as the return to these weekly community races are back on with Highway to the Zenith's 4th ending. So please make sure, if you haven't done so, give them a follow as well.
Absolutely, and shout outs to my co-commentator, Bad Karma.
Where I'm pretty sure he owes me money.
But we did see the other blue robe hanging out, getting a bath in the waterfall, so the Moon Gauntlet dream is dead.
Yeah, and I personally have not fought the Waterfall Gauntlet. I've never needed to experience that bag. Hey, there's a pan for Harumph on that Rat Tail tournament.
That is a nice pickup. That means you only have to go down the Sylph Cave once.
But it also means we're going to be taking on that Octomammoth in the hook route, because I don't believe we have any other checks on the overworld available to us.
We sure don't.
PK is the only runner to have gone down that way, so knows it's an Octomammoth waiting down there. Is gonna head up to Zod, it looks like, get the objective done, see what characters are going to be available. Meanwhile, we've got YT Sky heading to Ordeals, Harumph also heading up, and Stone Dingley finally decided to get the hovercraft and is going to be getting his pan. Let's see here. Looks like PK got bodied by the Troy lady out front. She decided, no, Fu, you are not walking out of here. So it's going to be heading up to Zot. Had to use some exit magic. But it also looks like with PK and Harumph going to the Tower Zot, a Stone Dingley is probably going to be our first one taking a crack at this Octomammoth. Going to be fighting the duplicate Cecil. Can't take him, obviously, but does have enough firepower, I think, with this party to be able to put it to do some work here in this hook route. And I believe Harumph does not have the karate, so or the Cecil, so it's not going to be able to do the quick kill on this karate fight. After the first kick and a hit, then Cecil can just do a little poke and get a one shot, and this karate's knocked out. So he's going to have to do some Fu spells to take care of it. But PK, as PK gets up here, he's got that Cecil. He could just do a well-timed hit, and karate will just go right down with an ouch and get right through. So we'll probably catch up to Harumph here. We've got Leviathan coming out, though. This will not be a long fight. Stone Dingley is doing some more looting, though. Still looking for some treasure to give him that edge, even though he hasn't found it yet. We don't know if there is an edge to be found, but we do have a lot of nice ninja things. PK looking for the Flame Dog. That's really interesting with maybe just hoping to pull a Holy Sword with this T Wildish loot on. Notes that he can't find any of that tier 7, tier 8 gear just out in the open, so hoping to pull something really nice out of the Flame Dog. I've always subscribed Flame Dog chest has the value. Let's see if it's good today. Just a Moonveil. That's going to be really useful, though, for that hook route. I believe PK is going to be the only one with that Moonveil as well, so that is going to play really well into, can just go into cover strats with Cecil, get the party really low, let Cecil just take free hits. He's not going to take any damage. That's a free fight for him. See who Harumph decides to take. Is he going to take that Cecil? Going to take Porm along for the ride too? Looks like, unfortunately, Edward did not make the cut.
But we see Stone Dingley almost getting to that hook route first boss. Always interesting to see who this is, because that can make or break your strategy on the hook route.
Yeah, knowing the Octomammoth has that lightning weakness, so we do have Thunderclaw for that Yang. We have lightning spells for Fu. Hello, that's an Evil Wall.
Speaking of changing your strategy because he's a jerk,
So, all the runners who ditched Ed may soon regret that decision.
absolutely. This evil wall is fast. He's punchy. He's taking out anything that looks at him funny.
Yeah, with that Fu getting that Quake off though, that's about halfway done. If Stone Dingley, nope, taking the reset instead. Now, what's really interesting is PK has that Moon Veil. So that is a free fight for PK if he can get the Moon Veil off on that Yang or that Fu or that Cecil and really just, take out the wall, without worrying about his party dying. Big value in that flame dog chest.
And we see PK also getting rid of that Edward for that Porum. It looks like this is going to be the let Porum hit things show, giving that heroine robe to that Porum.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not sure what arrows PK has to go with that Artemis bow. I think right now Porum just has the Lunar Staff. Looks like we are going to try and get a stone off here. But keeping that Rydia down, just going to use her as an anchor. We'll see how long PK decides to go with that. But gets one stone. Hourglass on the other. Wonder if PK was trying to just guarantee the stone hit one of them. Because he had that Hourglass queued up. Or maybe that was a misclick.
Yep, he may have been worried that Fu wouldn't have gotten that stone off and went ahead and queued up that Hourglass just to be safe. But Stone Dingley has gotten through that wall and does see this octopus. We'll see if he safety saves.
Right in there.
Absolutely no fear of Octomom, who is going to hit pretty hard, but really this isn't the most terrible boss you could see here.
Absolutely not. We've got Cecil pretty well loaded with gear. Lit 3 for Fu, as long as his MP doesn't run out, which he's got a full stock. Just a couple of those, and Octoman will be down for the count for Stone Daily. I don't think he will have any issues here. It is really going to come down to how people get through that evil wall. Can they get their agility set right? Looks like PK is going to be the next one. Nope, YG Sky is a little bit ahead of him.
And Harumph is taking some chests here in Castle Evelyn, maybe looking for Big Holy Sword for that Cecil.
Big Holy Sword. There it is.
I do love me a Crystal Sword Cecil.
And Harumph is currently the only one wielding that Crystal Sword. None of the other runners who did go into Evelyn. That was the first trap chest Harumph saw, immediately left and diving right into this hook route.
Unfortunately, Big Holy Sword not going to help with the octopus much, because to make sure that the Dark Knight Cecil could do damage in the vanilla game to that Octomam, did give it a light resistance dark weakness.
Yeah, so that Holy Sword, not going to be doing the big numbers we're used to, but we also do have, lightning spells. I believe Harumph's Rydia is leveled as well, so is going to be able to do some work that way, getting those cabins, and so yeah, we will see how he decides it, but he is charging right ahead. We'll see if he does any more looting along the way.
And Stone Dingley giving us a quick check of top of tower. That is another Sparkle, so that is Plague or Wyvern or D-Lunars at this point.
Yeah, 3 bosses at the top of the tower you really don't want to run into. Wyvern is incredibly rude up there. The D-Lunars, unless you tried for some Lunar Frogs, since their punch isn't that bad, up there, but They're annoying, if more than anything. And Plague's just,
I don't know. I think if I'm going to see Wyvern anywhere in the underground, top of tower is going to be the place because he can miss with things like Mega Nuke and Nuke.
oh, absolutely. And I'd have to scroll back up. I didn't see if we had Witchburn on or not, to see if that Mega Nuke is going to come out, or if we're going to have some random roll. Thank you, Scala. No Witchburn tonight, so that Mega Nuke, like you said, that low magic, we'll see if it's going to miss anybody whenever somebody decides to go through. But we got the pan check first.
And only an apple here from the Sylphs, but we do have 2 checks from Sheila.
Yeah, so is a Stone Dingley going to head up there? It looks like yes, he is, instead of checking the Feymarch. Wants to go ahead and get those Sheila checks out of the way. Knows that, he is 2 items away from go mode, so Sheila has both of them.
And we'll see if Sheila is holding the goods tonight. Meanwhile, Y2 Sky is fighting this evil wall, while PK is dunking on this octopus.
Yeah, Lit Bolt is out from that Yang. That's a big hit. We've got Lit 3s coming out. Defender Sword being swung.
There's the darkness and a moon veil.
Well, that's an objective. Vanilla Crystal Sword altar away Stone Dingley. If he decides to go up there, maybe he will check and see who the moon character is. PK got a Bahamut summon on a Grimoire.
Why does PK get Bahamut summons? I only ever get Chocobos.
I get Shiva on things that are, strong to ice. The voice of God called you out, Allie.
Voice of God did call me out, says I have to slay some gods. I guess this means I have to take on PK.
I am here for it.
But looks like Stone Dingley is still going to fade that free Feymarch check and go ahead and at least see what Dwarf Tower has to offer.
Yeah, pretty much everything in the underground is a Stone Dingley's to take. Even with that Kanatsu, Defu has Nuke now, so Stone Dingley's feeling really confident in being able to just take on anything down here. So is just going to go ahead and knock these out. Meanwhile, we've got Y2 Sky working through the Octomammoth. PK is through, though. We'll see if he does the same things. He has not turned in the rat tail yet. I thought he did.
Maybe?
We'll have to see if he decides to go to Sylph first or not.
But this turtle is not going to be long for this world. And Harumph finding another big holy sword here in the path down to the underground.
Yep, first a crystal sword from one Mad Ogre chest, and decides I'm going to do some more Mad Ogres and gets the other holy sword of the Excalibur. Stone Dingley is working through this Kanatsu, though, trying to make sure that these waves don't come off.
Hiding inside the shell.
Oh, just keep hitting him. I want to see that text more. Oh.
And PK is doing some trap chests down here in Sylph Cave.
Yeah, this is really interesting, especially if you get this Fu who's so fast. Hey, there's a holy sword for PK.
While not a crystal sword, still a nice piece of equipment.
Holy swords for everyone.
That would be my dream world.
We did know that the Magus Sisters down here finding Rosa in her Dragon Quest VIII sprite palette. So getting these Magus Sisters, one Quake should be able to get out of here. We'll get a lot of levels for that Rosa as well. This is going to be a pretty good slingshot for her.
Absolutely. Rosa being the better white mage, especially since you've done Tower of Zot and she knows Exit, just has a better XP curve overall and just has a better health pool.
Yes, PK is perfectly content getting in that X-Cal, not needing to do any more chests. Gonna be heading over to Sheila. Y2 Sky is through the Octomammoth though. Meanwhile, Harumph is working on this Evil Wall, trying to get that Crystal Sword to do some work. And it looks like it has done its job.
And we'll see if a Stone Dingley remembers that Warp Glitch is on for this flag set.
That looks to be a yes. He is casting Warp.
And it looks like PK did have that pan, so was able to do both checks.
That was a Sand Ruby, though, out of the Warp Glitch. In case you need another character. Hey, there's an Adamant Rock as well. Dwarf Castle having 2 key items available for you if you remember to go and do that.
Neither key item really leading to anything else. With the Adamant still needing that Legend Sword, and the Sand Ruby just leading to a character that you may or may not want to take, having such a pretty good party overall right now.
Yeah, really strong party here, especially with the addition of that Rosa. She's just needing a few levels. I mean, she can fill either role. We do have the Heroine Robe. Well, a couple of our runners do. We do have the Artemis Bow, though. So she can do either damage dealing or healing role. I think most of our runners are probably going to have her heal, but yeah, really strong party right now. There's our Magma Key. Really useful find there in the Feymarch.
I love it when the Magma Key's there because it's just so rude.
It's like, haha, you definitely had to go through that hook route.
But that does bring a Stone Dingley up to 8 key items. So just a couple more and we'll have that 10 key item bonus.
So Neobari asking in chat, where is that tower key? There are so many great places it could be. There's a D-Mist right there in Feymarch.
That's rude. D-Mist and Feymarch, not fun.
At least it's in the Asura spot, so gonna be fast, but rude. All sorts of rude. And our bigger sources of damage is Leviathan Summon or Holy Sword, which Demas says, you can take your Holy Sword just like with the Octomammoth and not worry about it.
But Dark Imps, one of the so-called free bosses that are doing lots of damage. Very angry.
Very, very angry imps. Gonna see how our runners decide to tackle this. It looks like Stone Dingley is going for the stone. Is he gonna get it off? One hit. Ooh, Cecil. Ooh.
And it whiffs.
Tele-Life showing up with food. Going for round 2 though.
Meanwhile, Y2 Sky going with the safer method of throw an hourglass at them and then just hit them very hard with things.
Yeah, really nice play here. I believe PK's got a Moonveil as well, so he's going to have a couple of free fights there in the Feymarch. Stone Dingley having to take a reset, missing on those on those stones. We'll see if he makes any adjustments before hopping in here.
And PK has gotten through that turtle, will get his option of a Rosa and fight his Magma sisters.
Looks like Y2 Sky is almost through the DMs, though. He has not done Dwarf Castle yet. Wanted to, definitely make sure he had Warp before going there, so is going to clean this up. With just one left. Stone Dingley getting the stone. Was it worth it?
That's our third Artemis bow.
Totally worth it if we could buy anything. And it looks like he's going to gear up for that Demas, though.
Yep, that Demas still going to be very fast, but not as fast as if it were in that Leviathan spot. Demas in the Feymarch is just not something you ever want to see.
No, absolutely not. Yang is able to take a punch. We've got the nukes going. Gonna try. Oh, remember to don't always want to berserk when fighting the Demas.
I've definitely seen it happen where due to agility black magic, Demas never left the mist phase when you had somebody zerked.
Oh my. See, that is a level of black magic sorcery that I will probably not attain because I don't even know how I would even avoid that.
But Y2 Sky hitting that Yang with a pan, getting his apple, gonna get his Moon Veil and Darkness Crystal. And Harumph is finishing up this dwarf castle.
Now, what'll be interesting to see is if Y2 Sky heads back to that Feymarch. That's a long walk, but it's gonna get this Moon Veil, which will make that Demas fight a whole lot safer for him. PK already had a Moon Veil, so we'll see if he decides to pop it here. After it looks like he's gonna do some more looting, and Harumph is getting through Dwarf Castle.
And Stone Dingley, our only runner featured that still has that Edward, still holding out hope for that spoon.
Just wants to wants to dig in on somebody with that dull spoon. In my head, it's dull anyway. That's what makes it hurt so much. Oh, did Harumph forget the warplet? No, Harumph. Okay.
Harumph kind of making us freak out a little bit. I mean, a sand ruby isn't the end of the world, but you do want to get to 10 key items before you start leveling some of these characters.
Yeah, not only for the 10 key items, but you're gonna have that lingering doubt as a runner too, going through the sea is like, oh, did I miss something? If I gotta go get that Luca key.
And we have music being found there on Stone Dingley's side.
Perfectly in line on the way to check that is the Demas check, so we'll see if Stone Dingley decides to make any other stops along the way.
It is, I believe, Edward gives a key item.
Oh, you're right. It was free key item. We already got that cabin.
I couldn't remember what the flag name was. But Stone Dingley is like, I really don't want to do music, which is rude. Boo to you, sir. Boo to you.
We do have another runner on our read stream who is also a frequent fader of the music in Harumph. So we'll see if, since Y2 Sky did not take on the D-Mist, is also heading to the moon. We'll see if PK decides to take on D-Mist and will be rewarded with that harp as well.
And we'll see if our runners are just here to kind of check for freebies or if they're going to do a deep dive.
I think with
Or a grind. They could also do a grind.
I think with the party we have, this is probably a safe to go in. We've got Nuke Fu, we've got Cecil with a defense sword. Hey, there's a Palom, and it looks like a Stone Dingley is going for the Swagabo.
I can barely fly on the world map with the airship. I can't imagine trying to find the cave from the not normal Black Chocobo location.
I use the normal one as well, just out of habit, but it's always great when someone uses the Baron one, trying to optimize the routing. If this is something, I believe Stone Dingley's got to save up on the moon as well. So this is going to be really nice, real big pickup. It looked like a PK got through the DMs really quickly, landed the stone on the first go.
And does look like going to use cover strats on that Cecil with all of his characters almost dead.
Really safe play there. Cecil's not taking a lot of damage. If you wanted to make it even more so, could just use the Moon Veil, but nope, just having everybody swing away, trying to get as much damage in these phases as possible.
But I think this is the point in the stream where we're supposed to be quiet, so I'll be good tonight.
It does seem like something we should do, but it's not quite time yet.
Well, and Fu is showing us his swag life of not being able to kill the party.
He's trying. Yeah, Y2 Sky did not like anything that he saw on the moon. He is going to be heading over to Dwarf Castle, going to get a couple more bosses, a couple more key items. Looks like we've got Dark Elf finally getting the party down.
Nope. There is the we can't, and we will be quiet now. And that was a double dose of music. That was some Xenogears.
And I do saying it's the Yggdrasil theme from Xenogears. And no.
Hi.
Yeah, this is that low magic power Wyvern that we were talking about earlier. PK had left a save right outside the tower, so it's going to be chasing a Stone Dingley right up here. We've got Y2 Sky, though, leaving that D mist down there, is heading to the moon. Harump as well looks like going to the moon. As PK and Stone Dingley are going to take on this Wyvern.
They are both probably hoping for a vanilla key, vanilla tower key here, but gonna have to work for it with this Wyvern. Although we're just gonna bounce nukes, just like Wyvern does.
I mean, if we just take his own strategy and how strong he is, why can't we just, have the same success? Also, I think for Stone Dingley, sitting at 9 key items, wants to make sure to definitely get 10 before doing anything with the moon.
And it looks like we found a Mylon Z up here on the moon. Mylon's about to have a real bad time.
I didn't realize that was Bigan in the cave value spot. I believe Stone Dingley checked it earlier, but oh man, that's rough times there.
And resetting out of the pigtail, I am okay.
That's interesting. While it's not leading a gating key item, still a very powerful item, and it's 10 key items for Stone Dingley. So it's really interesting for him to leave that there. Must be banking just on some bosses up there that he's going to be able to take out and have another key item.
And one thing that we have not found yet is the pass, which is kind of disappointing for our runners because they definitely want to find that soon.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and especially since, it looks like our tower key or the path to it is up here on the moon, means they are going to have to come back to the Earth. So really hoping that they find this path somewhere and not at the end of some really long chain.
I hope it's behind that Bigan.
Me too.
But it's not. It's right there.
Oh
Fine.
My. This is what we get for trying to curse when key item checks come right up.
Yeah, I do that with crystal swords too.
Ali giveth, and Ali continue to giveth.
But Harump heading straight to this crystal altar location, crystal sword altar. If this holds the tower key, Harump would be in go mode.
Yep, and PK is walking that pigtail out, so is wanting to make sure he's got the 10 key items for doing any of these moon bosses. Harump hoping for this tower key based on the objective. Do your objectives, people. They could lead to your other objectives. Is this the double? We will see here shortly.
I mean, it's not hard.
That's a free objective. Stone Dingley thought very briefly about taking on that Bigan.
That would be a pretty miserable location for that cannon room key. I think we would see everything else on the moon first.
I believe so as well. Harump is trying to get through the King-Queen fight before they fade off on their own, so he doesn't have to do the cutscene. Slinging nukes, punching, crystal swording is going to get it done. A lot of XP. Free key item check here incoming. An objective. Is it the one that Harump needs?
That is just a Dragoon Lance. Oh well.
Yeah, not one you want to see there.
Meanwhile, all of our runners have now made it up to the moon. And it looks like Stone Dingley and Y2 Sky are going top down.
Hoping to hit that one key item before doing the Crystal Sword, just in case, go down, hit Crystal Sword, and leave after, hoping to pull it. He is going to be rewarded with this pass, though. Not going to hate it. We'll see where PK decides to go. If he's going to head straight for that altar, or if he's going to do some top down as well.
And that is leg. Much leg.
That's a full leg. And is this the White Spear or is this Ribbon Room?
I have no idea. I was watching PK's screen.
Well, we'll find out here shortly. That glare takes the Fusoya out really fast. Oh, if this is Ribbon Room, this is not fun times.
Rydia is helping.
Let Rydia cast things. Don't let her sit on the floor. It's cold. Especially in the Lunar Subterrain, where everyone hears you scream. I assume because it's a moon with, breathable air and the walls echo.
Well, and it's got low gravity in places.
Yep, only on the surface, though. And push beaters on. Yang with the Ice Claw doing some work, though. We can get him berserked up. He could probably do some work here.
And Harump going with the safer nuke option rather than trying to time Ice 3s.
Ooh, that hit. Even Cecil taking 1100 damage there. PK's going to be doing some gold dragons with the siren that we found earlier.
That is a nice 180,000 experience.
This is really going to help make a lot of these fights really trivial. It also means that PK is skipping the top of that Murasame altar, so it's probably going to miss that pass until much later.
Unless the tower key is behind that Baigan.
Absolutely. Then everyone will get the pass.
But it looked like Harump took out that Rubicon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think got a spoon.
Yeah, who kept Edward? I think it's only a Stone Dingley. Oh, nope. Nobody kept the Edward.
Feels spoon, man.
Oh, hello.
Well, howdy, y'all. I'm here with my Shadow Dragon to nom on your face.
He's a very hungry dragon, too. He may only eat 3 of you, but you're going to want to come in with some preparation.
Absolutely. This is one of those points where you're like, I kind of wish that the Porum was dead. Because you don't want Porum and one other character to be the ones that live.
No. while this fight will probably be trivial if you can get the right couple of characters, especially for Hrump with that crystal sword. You gotta hopefully you get the right couple characters, and it looks like he's now set up to at least a setup where probably gonna walk out with at least 2 characters he likes.
And PK is throwing rocks at the King Queen.
Little swag, little just trying to get through here, letting Fu do the cast. Gotta have his objective though, so we've got all 4 runners with 2 objectives. Who's gonna find the tower key first?
And I believe that is a Cecil that lived.
I think that's, yeah, I think you're right. And a Rosa.
Yep, and a Rosa.
That's Iridia.
And Golbez trying to advertise for Lit 3 mystery seeds. Check them out.
Some people do them. If you missed yesterday's Slapdash, that's exactly what we got to experience. Was a Lit 3 mystery seed, and it was something.
Stone Dingley taking one look at that Golbez and being like, can we not?
Yeah, wanting to just check out these bosses, see what's quick. PK, meanwhile, did do the Gold Dragon fight, so is feeling a little bit more powerful. Levels are a little bit higher. Looks like Y2 Sky also feeling the same with his levels. There it is, though.
That is a required Golbez. We'll see how long our runners put that off.
Here's the thing, though. That means Hrump is going to miss that pass at the Mursame altar.
Oof, that's rough.
Meanwhile, Y2 Sky is taking on this Golbez, does have the pass, so is going to probably maybe be behind a couple minutes from Hrump, but will make it up by just being able to leave the tower and head to Zeromus.
And does have a Fu and a Yang alive. Not the worst that could be there.
That's a pretty solid couple right there.
And the magic power in this spot is not particularly high, so that virus really doesn't do a whole lot.
Stone Dingley, though, is working through this D-Lunars fight. Really interesting spot with the Ogopogo spot. A lot of, high magic, high attack, high HP. So these D-Lunars are really powered up. Ooh, Cecil taking a bad hit there.
Yep, you definitely don't want to get them in their virus phase. They will do terrible things to you.
Yeah, so we'll see. It looks like Stone Dingley is counting, is sensing that frogs are coming up. So starting to get the star veils up. Oh, Yang takes a hit. Trying to get these walls up.
And Hrump is beelining for that tower room. We'll see what's guarding this spot.
So I'm not sure where Hrump is feeling at with his levels. Did do the ribbon room, so got a good chunk. Probably okay. Got Lunar Frogs from a Stone Dingley, though. Gonna get the full XP for most of his party. Looks like keeping the Palom down.
through those and gets a Baron key. Oof.
Does he fade that Golbez and chase the Baron? I don't think he does. I think he goes right back in there. PK, meanwhile, seeing the Golbez, thinking, "Oh, please don't kill Cecil."
Got a 1 in 3 chance.
Yep, Y2 Sky, getting through, heading out. Could be heading back to the blue planet. Harumph, meanwhile, is in go mode, has the crystal. We got a brace, y'all.
If I'm counting on stream correctly, I think he's got 10 key items.
It helps if I close one eye when I look. It really helps me focus. And I also look like fire.
Army change.
No, that was, we took care of Dark Elf earlier. We don't have to worry about that. And what's Harumph's last key item gonna be?
The Luca key.
The chain continues. So Moonbiken, not going to be a threat for our runners today. Not going to see any doors done. PK has his tower key. He's going to be exiting out here soon. Y2 Sky is climbing up to do the half tower play. Not going to be going all the way up, whereas PK doesn't have to stop for any loot. Not that anybody is going to be looting the half tower. PK also does not have the pass, though, just like Harumph. So he's going to lose some time by having to walk the tower, whereas Y2 Sky is probably going to be walking into Z probably around the same time that Harumph is.
And Y2 Sky does have a little bit more levels on some of his characters. With that Foo and some pretty good gear that we've picked up, probably a lot safer than I would feel at levels like this.
Yeah, we've had a ton of really good gear. Really depends on how comfortable you feel with that 1400 HP Rosa. If she's going to be who you rely on to keep the heals up, or if you're just going to rely on Foo and let Cecil and Yang hit things. I don't think Y2 Sky has found any of the holy swords that some of the other runners have found, so it's going to just be going defense sword. Looks like Harumph is burning that siren, going to be doing some gold dragons.
And Harumph did not do Dwarf Castle, so did not pick up that Rosa. Or wait, did do Dwarf Castle, didn't take the Rosa.
Right. No, did do Dwarf Castle, just didn't take the Rosa. Because it's got the sand ruby.
Right.
Wait, we're talking about Harumph, right?
Yes.
Okay. And my brain got crossed.
But Stone Dingley has finished that Rubicant, and we'll see if he goes ahead and takes on this Golbez.
I mean, you don't want to go back to the blue planet and leave some bosses up here. I think this has got to be a Golbez play. Oh.
Oh dear.
Stone Dingley, no. Y2 Sky doing a quick inventory check, seeing what he wants to do. Maybe not feeling comfortable with that Rosa. Little indecision there. Y2 Sky still has the one siren as well. It looks like going to be heading up to do a gold dragon fight, maybe in cave value.
Very possible. Just wants a little bit more HP on that Rosa. You don't want to have to worry about nerfing every single Big Bang.
but Harump is done. Is going to be making his way down. PK has his crystal.
And Stone Dingley is entering Baron Castle.
He wanted nothing to do with that Golbez. Banking on something being behind this Baron key. 2 bosses here, 3 bosses here, 2 checks.
But I think we're supposed to do something about this time, ask some sort of question.
I mean, our tracker did throw the flag. Harump is walking down. Z's definitely mean sleep.
Sleep is good. I like sleep.
I love sleep. Sleep just makes me feel great.
But in all seriousness, Z is too big and too scary to randomize into other locations because y'all don't want big bangs at Antlion. So we have to change Z up a little bit.
And his script is just so nice and, you know, not free. We've seen a number of Zoros fights just go off the rails. So we just changed how Z looks, you know, and really makes us ask, Allie, you want to do the honors since we're doing these community races again?
Absolutely. Whose butt are we going to kick tonight? And is it cute?
How cute is the glute? Oh, that one didn't seem really cool. All right, Harump, show us who we've got. We've got Dr. Dialogue for Stone Dingley. I totally forgot that was the boss that gave us our first non-key item.
And we have the dreaded Poison Walk.
White 2 Sky, though, has his dragons down. Gonna be heading back, turning the pass. PK, meanwhile, will he swag it? He will not. Oh.
Well, now I'm just hungry. And look at that little mint leaf. It's precious.
Yeah. Vanillimus.
This, if I recall correctly, was Dathus's sprite chosen for the raffle.
It's even better that Dathus is in this race.
Porum is helping.
On that note, though, we do have about 20 runners total in tonight's race. Not just these 4 that we see on screen. No one has finished yet.
Harump could be our first finisher, although that Fu taking that very high thing, nuke to the face, definitely not a good start.
Absolutely not what you want to see. So getting them back up, we got Rydia. I believe Harump found that Asura, so 2 out of 3 times. Really good white mage. And that was the 1 out of 3 times where it's,
Thankfully, that Fu able to get that Cure 4 up. And since Porum wasn't alive when we queued it up, we don't have to worry about her getting any of that HP.
Yep, and PK being seen with the Vanillimus, YG Sky getting his gear ready to go. Stone Dingley is going to be checking the basement. Did get the Legend Sword, so maybe we'll get a couple check.
But I'm confused, Bad Karma. Why are we throwing the crystal multiple times?
Well, Zeromus is, has a very set script. And when he shakes, he tries to set his spell power for his Big Bang attack. And if you use a spell on him, including items that generate spells, it can nerf the Big Bang so it doesn't do a huge load of damage on you. And with all of our low HP friends that we've got with us, we want more than just Cecil and Yang to live through the Big Bang. So that's what the crystal is trying to help, but oh, for Harump, it didn't look like that one got it.
Oof, and that Fu goes down. We'll see if we can get him back up and just go with Crystal Sword Cecil go Burr strats.
They are such good strats, though. PK, meanwhile, is through his first Big Bang, I believe. Gonna be getting that Rosa back up. I think she took the nuke from the Silk Web. Stone Dingley got through the plague, though.
And only getting that Mazimmune.
So is Stone Dingley going to keep it? Nope. Going all the way back up to the moon. Save to save up there. Going to be tackling this Golbez. Y2 Sky joining in the Zeromus fight.
And Stone Dingley doing a very heads-up play of realizing, hey, I didn't have all my key items in this save, and getting the correct one.
Yep, making sure that he's got the correct count. Going into this Golbez fight. We'll see how looks like he's got the minis, he's got the pigs, he's probably got this in the bag. Meanwhile, we've got dueling Zeromuses on 3 screens.
So much vanilla ice cream.
With a nice garnish, like you said earlier. I mean, that's a really nice touch. It's really underappreciated, I feel like, too. Even though I'm not a mint fan myself. Another Big Bang PK.
And Berserk's going back out on Harump's side.
While we have these, we did start to have some finishers. With Rybon coming in first place overall, with Hereward and Morpheus following shortly after. GG's to them. Can one of our restream runners take 4th place? We've got 3 people on stream who could do so.
And we've got rocks on Harump's side.
PK is at least in the second phase with that nuke that came out. We have the secondary power couple with Rosa going down. There's rocks on PK's side. Crystal Sword versus Excalibur.
And that is a crack boom from PK.
Get your GG's in chat for PK. He comes in 4th place overall tonight with 1 hour, 22 minutes, 10 seconds. And Harump is shortly behind him. 5th place for Harump, 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 21 seconds. Get your GG's in chat for both runners. Y2 Sky is working through his Zeromus fight, and we'll see about getting some of these runners in for an interview. Stone Dingley is working through the Golbez, though. Gambled on the Baron key having the goods. We knew that it didn't, though, so is going to get through it, get his tower key, though. And we're joined by PK. GG's.
Thank you.
So, how did you feel about that Golbez?
He didn't last very long.
It gave our runners, a second pause. A couple of them were like, I don't know if I want to take this right away.
Well, the crystal rings, the heroine robe, and the Excal on Cecil made it pretty straightforward. It's not going to be the fastest fight in that spot. There are infinite fights that are going to go faster than that.
Absolutely. but you did get pretty lucky with that Cecil staying up. I mean, it was a 1/3 chance of him dying, but I've seen worse things happen.
It was really, I mean, I could have taken a swing at Fu. I wasn't thinking, but yeah, you pray sometimes. Sometimes the game bails you out. But I assumed after that music check gave nothing but audience appreciation of having some music that I wasn't going to be able to probably win the race. But it was a fun seed.
Yeah, we had Rump come in 5th place, and Y2 Sky is in this Aromas fight right now. Both of them faded top of tower and that D-Mist, so neither of them got the harp. So really, hats off to you on how well you ran this race by doing 2 extra checks than them and still coming in first here on the restream and 4th overall. Very well done.
Thank you. I kind of wanted 10 key items. I was at 8 when I picked up whatever that was in the Feymarch, the Magma key. And then, I mean, when you get the harp as a 9th key item and you're on restream, you kind of got to do the harp.
And what a harp song with that Xenogears tune. Really, definitely. And you and Stone Dingley both did the harp like back to back. So we had like, a good 3 minutes of just, nonstop harp music. It was really nice.
Oh, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Thanks for having me on the restream.
I do think that I said somewhere in this restream that I have to slay the Godslayer.
You did.
Are you aiming for me, Allie? Is this where we're at? I thought we were friends, but okay. I see where we're at now.
Heart.
Oh, I love you. Thank you, Scala, Warling, for pushing the buttons. Karma and Allie for talking, and Scala for having me on. And I'm excited to be back to community racing.
Thank you for volunteering to be restreamed. You put on a great race for us to watch, and definitely look forward to seeing you more on here, PK. Any final thoughts?
The harp is haunted. Never do harp. Have a good night, y'all.
Thanks so much. And it looks like Y2 Sky is still going through this fight, getting to rocks.
Yep, and we should be joined by Harump here soon. And there is the ding. GG's Harump.
Thank you.
So how did you feel about that seed?
This is the first seed I've probably raced that wasn't ZZ4 or Supermarket Sweep, so it kind of felt a little weird to go through other flag sets again. So at least I didn't have to do harp. At least I never found the harp. Didn't do harp. I'm happy.
Not sure if it popped up in your spoiler log. It's behind that D-Mist there in the Feymarch. We had a couple runners on the restream who did do the harp after getting the D-Mist, so we did get a lot of Xenogears music that was in, so that is what you missed out on for that.
That's fortunate here. I nearly did took the D-Mist fight when I was down at the Feymarch because it was doable here, but I figured, I really don't want to. What could go wrong by fading it? Apparently nothing.
No, and you were actually the only runner on our restream to find that crystal sword. Can you tell us how you were feeling once you pulled it out of that first trap chest in Evelyn Castle?
Martin, if you're watching, thank you for the luck. That was rather fortunate here. I was going in because I just want to get Cecil like a few levels or so here because he didn't survive the Zot fight. So I'll do a trap chest and see what I can find. And maybe I should buy a lottery ticket afterwards.
Yeah, I believe you did the Stoneman or Staleman chest afterwards. So it was, Mad Ogre's giving you the Crystal Sword. You did the Staleman, I don't remember what you got out of there. And then you did the other Mad Ogre chest and got the Excal. So, holy swords for everyone.
Yeah, well, for one person here, no one to dart the rest, sadly, but it's a party. Like, with one CISO with a Crystal Sword, with a powered shirt, and the 2 skulls, there's usually enough.
Definitely one of my favorite things.
We were even talking about, as you pulled that Crystal Sword, about how that could be one, and it just popped up, and I was like, I want people to have nice things.
Well, I certainly won't say no to one.
Well, how are you feeling about the community races being back? Any community club races that are really shouting out to you that we might see you in?
I'll probably just pop in when I can here, because I probably won't be able to stick to any schedule here to consistently race in one here. I am looking forward here to Legacy, Enterprise Legacy again here, because the first go around was a lot of fun, and I'm sure the second season 2 of that here is just going to be just as good.
Yeah, Enterprise Legacy was really popular last year. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the next round of it. So
it's where I felt here I started get out of the plateau I was in for a while. So it'd be nice to go back here and see how I do here now that I've got a few more tricks up my sleeves.
You've learned a few new things and you want to test them out.
And make sure I remember the old tricks too, I suppose.
that is a pitfall of learning new ones. Is some of those old ones just fall out. But you definitely showed some good racing tonight, coming in 5th place out of I think 20 tonight. So really well done race by you. So GG's. Hopefully you're feeling really good about that. Any final thoughts for us?
No, except thank you here to the restream team again here. Getting back into the regular swing of things. I did the restream for last night here, and having doing that on a non-delay felt weird. So yeah, it's good to get the cobwebs out of the way here on both sides of the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a little change of pace for us, but I think we slid right into it really well. So GG's again on your 5th place. Allie, you got any final questions for Rump?
Nope, just thank you so much for letting us restream you.
Always a pleasure. Have a great night.
Thanks, Rump. GG's to you again. That was our 2nd place on the restream. Harum, 5th place overall. So please get your GGs in chat once more for him, and we'll see about getting Y2 Sky in here. Meanwhile, us Stone Dingley getting the Vanillimus on the screen. We'll see how he handles. I believe he did go and pop that Siren on an egg to make sure he felt comfortable. Ooh, that was a really high Big Bang for that Rosa, though.
I think she took the nuke to start with, so...
I just saw her go down, so I didn't catch the HP total.
Yeah, Vanillimus kind of knowing exactly who to target just to make things a little bit harder for each of our runners.
Indeed, but we do have, looks like we have the Berserks up, we got our party up, so things are just going to start getting a little bit easier for Stone Dingley. He's getting his gear kind of reorganized.
And I do believe we are joined by Y2 Sky. GG's to you.
Yeah, thanks. That was a fun one.
You ran a really great race there. How you feeling conquering those 3 towers?
Feels pretty good. After the layoff I've had this game, it's fun to just run a race again. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A little slow start out of the gate because I was trying to check out some of the T-Wild loot, but never really panned out. but got the casters online and kind of off to the races after that.
Yeah, there was a lot of divergence early on between the 4 restream runners. You know, everybody's going everywhere. You guys ended up recrossing paths, you know, and you know, finding some little things here or there. I think the biggest thing, Harumph actually found a crystal sword in Evelyn Castle. Was the only one on the restream to find that one. PK found an Excal in the Stealth Cave, so the loot was out there, but it was how much you wanted to fight for it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just starting out with the casters. You know, I'm not gonna do a whole lot to start with, and then I started just chasing the bosses to power up Fu. I found that Cecil, and then by the time I went up Ordeals, you know, I'm kind of feeling like, okay, I've done a lot trying to just set things up in the beginning. I really need to just go, and I think I found the defense sword earlier. I was like, okay, that's got to be good enough.
Absolutely. And you actually missed out on, or you missed one of the pitfalls that some of our runners fell into with that twin harp.
Yeah, I was just looking for freebies there. I'm generally not a fan of the Feymarch. I won't do it pre-grind unless I absolutely have to. Dark Imps are free, so I took that, but the Demus there was like, nope, not fooling with that if I don't have to. Not pre-grind.
Yeah, and with no cane in sight, nobody really wanted a white spear, I believe is what the reward was from there. So both the runners who did do it instantly reset out of there, but you were one of the, I believe you were the first one to make the moon dive.
Okay, cool. Yeah, at that point, yeah, I wasn't sure what the seat was going to give me. I went down, you know, obviously I'm going to see what the objective is eventually, but I'm also looking for character checks just because, okay, no life glitch. I really don't like Deep Machine. I'm hoping to find at least a character check if I don't find all my objectives and hope for an edge. But then I think one of the rewards was a Siren, and that got me just enough XP to try to take on C with Nerf Big Bangs. But I was really hoping for was an edge to go and just steal a couple Sirens. And then kind of grind to comfortable levels and just kind of sit back on 2 Berserkers.
Well, and the seed gave you plenty of gear for that edge that did not appear.
No, that's usually how it goes. If you find moon swords for edge, edge tends to not show up.
He's just, you know, he's hanging out in the shadows, just waiting for you to really look for him. Well, Watchy Sky, how you feeling about these community races being back? You said you took a little break, so you got any of the community club races that you're looking forward to?
I'm not sure on that yet. You know, was hoping to get more time in on the ladder, but I can just never seem to line up my schedule with ladder races. But community races being back is awesome. I'm gonna try to get some of those. Probably just gonna slowly work my way back into tournament level flags, being out of it for a few months. But it's gonna be a fun off season. This was a really fun start. Might jump in Enterprise Legacy, depends on how my Saturdays go. Oh, Wednesdays. Okay, was not watching.
Yep, we have the new Hero's Journey is actually going to be on Saturdays. Club being run by Alchemy. So we do have a little change in that schedule. We'll go over that here in a little bit. But any final thoughts for us, YT Sky?
No, as always, you know, love that y'all put this on. It's a lot of fun, and see you again. If not Friday, then next week.
We absolutely look forward to it.
GG's, and thanks for volunteering to be on the restream tonight.
Not a problem. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.
Well, and that was our 3rd place on the restream, 8th place, I believe, overall, Y2 Sky. And Stone Dingley just finished up, so we'll see about getting him in here. As I sit here installed to be able to pull up, you know, all the community clubs that we do have coming back this week.
Time and days are just a concept I can't understand anymore.
Well, I believe we do have Enterprise Legacy starting back up. It is the season opener for that. That is going to be Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern here on Free Enterprise. We have the Friday night community race. We're going to have the run back of 3 Towers. That's going to be Friday night as usual, 10 p.m. And then we have a Baron Heroes Journey is going to be Summoner Rydia, 3 p.m. on Saturday. So a lot of races going on. As always, we do have the ladder going on as well right now. So a lot of Free Enterprise to watch, a lot of Free Enterprise to get involved with.
Absolutely. And if you're kind of new to Free Enterprise and you're like, I'm not sure, all of this sounds a little too overwhelming, you can always just run seeds for fun or do asyncs. We've always got asyncs going on that you can give a try. We invite you to join our Discord, and everybody there is wonderful. Everybody's so nice and sweet. So yeah, just go ahead and give it a shot. You can make your flags as fun or as evil or as painful or as fast as you want to.
And speaking of fast, we do have a Stone Dingley joining us in here. Stone Dingley, GG's.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling about those 3 towers?
You know what? The towers are fine. It's Golbez that I'm really not happy with right now.
Yeah, Golbez in that location on the moon is so rude, and you're like, I'd rather do literally anything else.
Yeah, the combination of the high HP and his actually having low magic there makes it harder because you can't just reflect someone and wait for him to do himself in. So I figured, you know what? If it's there or Bygon, I give up. I'm just going to do everything else first, and I did, and it just turned out that it was not the play tonight.
Yeah, I missed in the spoiler log if Bygon was holding anything, but Allie and I were both really hoping that tower key was behind Bygon.
Oh, that would have been extra rude.
Yep, because Bygon there is probably one of his worst spots.
Can you expect anything different with a Scala Kitty seed?
But otherwise, what'd you think of that seed? Other parts of it?
Oh, it was fun. Starting off with Fu, getting to blow through everything really quickly, clearing out almost all of the overworld, and getting underground by about 30 minutes in felt really good. It was just, after that, a series of gambles on what was going to pay off and not, and, I normally never do music, for example, but I'm on Restream. Figure, why not?
Yeah, and if you go back and watch this one back, you and PK both actually did music back to back, so we had a good 3 to 5 minutes of just straight heart music. Any community races that are coming up that you're looking forward to get in, or are you gonna be focusing on ladder, or how's this off season gonna be treating you?
Oh, I'm just planning on dropping into some community races usually on Mondays. Try some of the other clubs. Enterprise Legacy's coming up, and that's one of my favorite clubs. Hopefully, I'll be able to play some of that and get some flags thrown into the mix.
Is definitely a popular one, really big hit last, when in the first season. So people have been really clamoring for the second one. So it'll be, I believe that's going to be on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all these community races start back up. All these fun runners getting to do different things other than just our tournament flags. But did you have any last minute thoughts on the seed or anything upcoming, Stone Dingley?
No, not really. Just that I would rather lose taking a gamble than, it's more fun that way, Just why not give it a shot?
that is a great just mindset to have. You know, as long as you're having fun, that's the most important thing.
Indeed, and seconded on that. Well, you did run a really good race though, even with the gamble not really paying off. But we'll look forward to seeing you more in there. Anything final for us, Stone Dingley, before we let you go?
No, but thank you all so much. Thanks to the rest of the Restream team. I'm sure you put on a great show, and I can't wait to watch it back.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Well, Allie, I think we're out of runners.
I do believe we are.
Yep, and with Sephiroth here on our screen, you know, the 1% Z Sprite, that means that we're done with our community race tonight, but it does not mean the end of Free Enterprise. We are going to be heading over to Asuka424, who is running some, I believe, Legacy.
Yep. If you're interested in what Legacy is, Asuka will be able to let you know kind of what's going on, and you'll kind of get a glimpse of what we're going to see on Wednesday.
Yep, do remember, please, do not spoil this race. There were 20 people running. There could be people popping in and out. So no spoilers. Let people go back, experience the VOD if they'd like to. Otherwise, Allie, thank you again for commentating with me. Scala Kitty for doing the restreaming tonight. Warlink, you had a lot of buttons light up with 4 runners. Thank you for an excellent job keeping me and Allie straight. And if you haven't done so, please give our runners a follow. They put on a great show for us here tonight.
Absolutely, and thank you so much to you, Bad Karma, and we hope to see you back soon.